Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kimberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. For some crime novels, the location, the setting of the novel, is a really important part of its structure, of its action, of its plot, and has a lot of meaning for people. Let's look at a novel like that today and turn the spotlight on C.J. Carver's The Snow Thief. Police Supervisor Third Class Shanya Bao has been demoted, exiled really, from her supervisory position in Shenzhen to Lhasa, where she cares for her grandmother-in-law. Both were exiled, and Leah's husband and mother-in-law were jailed for disturbing the social order. Leah grieves for her husband and former life, but she also has to do her job. So when a young boy is found dead in what looks like a broken neck, she begins to investigate, and soon she finds that this is the fifth Tibetan boy to die this way in the last few months. It is in the Chinese government's interest to make as little fuss about these deaths as possible, in order to demonstrate the safety and order of Chinese society. So there's a great deal of pressure on Leah to put these deaths down to accident. What's more, the political situation in Tibet is very delicate. The Dalai Lama has died, and there is a search for a new Dalai Lama. But this has to be done carefully, as the Chinese government will come down heavily on anything it perceives as disturbing the harmony of Tibet as a part of China. The Chinese government doesn't want a political firestorm either, and the police and local Chinese authorities are expected to maintain peace and order. Against this backdrop, Leah and her team investigate the murders. It's not going to be easy, though. Relations between the Chinese and the Tibetans are not good, so the locals don't trust the police. They keep secrets and have their own stories that they don't want the police to know. There's also the fact that everyone in the police also has a personal agenda, which means that Leah doesn't know who can be trusted. In the end, though, she and her team find out the truth. So, what are the elements that hold this story together? What's in the construct? Well, as I say, the physical Tibetan setting is an important part of the story. It's a cold, sometimes forbidding place, and Carver depicts that clearly. There's also the cultural setting. Readers learn something about life in Tibet, mostly through the eyes of a relative newcomer. Along with those settings, there's also the element of culture clash. Many of the Chinese look down on the Tibetans, and their prejudice is obvious in the novel. For their part, the Tibetans resent the Chinese presence, and they have their own old, sophisticated culture that they want to keep. An important part of Tibetan culture is Buddhism and the Lamas, and we see this element in the novel too. Readers get a look at some of the religious practices, and we see the way in which Buddhism and the Dalai Lama are not just woven into daily life, but are seen as an essential part of what it is to be Tibetan. The story is told in third-person past tense, mostly from Leah's point of view. Readers learn her own history and that of her husband. There's also an intimate look at how Leah manages her grief while also trying to be a good cop and do the best job that she can. We also get a look at what it's like to be a woman in a supervisory position in that society. The Snow Thief is a police procedural that takes place against a background of tenuous politics, inclement weather, and a unique sociocultural setting. It features a detective who's trying to make a new life in a place she never expected to be. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kimberg. Thanks for watching.